Today we'll look at the 10 best heroes of Season 31 in Mobile Legends. I'll suggest builds, emblems and share tips for each hero. Let's begin. Starting at number 10 we have Angela, and she is best picked in specific situations to fully use her abilities, which you should understand. She shines when paired with allies who need extra movement speed and crowd control. Heroes who deal lots of damage but struggle to chase down targets are perfect allies for Angela. So whenever you pick Angela, make sure your team can benefit from her abilities. Otherwise, she won't be as effective. Examples of good allies for Angela: Exborg, Martus, Jawhead and Barretts. These heroes really benefit from the extra help Angela provides to get close to their targets. Angela is quite an easy hero to play, which we can't really say about our next hero. At number 9 we have Harriet, who was buffed in the recent update. Does anyone know why Harriet appears in the section with gold laners? Please leave a comment if you do, because I have no clue what she's doing out there. Harriet can deal high damage with skill 1 and skill 2, making him great at poking. Combined with his ultimate, he can spam his skills to lean more towards burst damage. The hardest part of playing Harriet is using his ultimate at the right time and the right position. This skill lets him reduce the cooldown of his skills whenever he comes in contact with it. If you use the skill correctly, he can deal serious damage while being very mobile, leading to easy kills. Therefore, you want to pick Harriet against heroes with poor mobility. Some examples are Xavier, Lunox, Bane and Mia. Well, it's still unclear to me which lane Harriet belongs to. The next hero has only one position it should play in. The 8th best hero is Helcurt, and he should only be played in the jungle. His revamp changed some abilities, which forces him to jungle. The biggest change is that he now gets his deadly stingers not only when using basic attack, but also when in prowler state, which he enters when not being seen by enemies. This update makes it much easier for Helcurt to attack a target with full stacks and deal high damage. If you cast skill 1 while in prowl state, you terrify the enemy, making them unable to cast skills or retreat for almost a second. Use this to your advantage and always attack from a bush to increase your chance of getting a kill. Helcurt fits best against heroes with low HP and poor mobility, significantly increasing the chance of making a kill. Examples include Diggy, Beatrix, Cecilian and Mia. The revamp made Helcurt very fun to play, but personally I think the next hero is even more fun right now. At the 7th spot we have Esmeralda. Let me show you why she is so powerful right now. For those who follow this channel for quite a while, you know Esmeralda is one of my all-time favorite heroes. But I didn't use her much because she wasn't very strong last month. The latest update changed that, and now you can play her perfectly in the XP lane or as a jungler. You can build her as a tank or choose more offensive item, but I prefer a mixed build. Her first skill provides a shield and some movement speed, making her one of the best turret divers. It's satisfying to jump under a turret and make a kill while the enemy thinks they are safe. I could talk for hours about this hero, but if you want to master her, check out my complete guide on how to play Esmeralda as a jungler. For now, understand that she does well against heroes who get shields and those without escape skills. Some examples are Hanabi, Odette, Lolita and Johnson. Just farm well in early game and dominate during the late game. Hero number 6 is Masha, an interesting fighter to play right now. She excels in the XP lane with her 3 HP bars and deal high burst damage, especially during late game. The trick with Masha is timing her skills right. Whenever she loses one of her HP bars, the cooldown of her ultimate resets, allowing you to use the skill 3 times in a short period. Against heroes with low HP and no defense, this is almost a guaranteed kill. To be honest, I preferred the old Masha's playstyle because it was easier to counter heroes who relied on basic attacks. Which Masha do you like more? The old or the new one? I would pick her against heroes like Guinevere, Aurora, Cyclops and Faramis. The 5th best hero right now is Nana. which is a strong mid laner with area of effect damage and CC skills. This makes her especially strong during teamfights, as long as she lands her skills well. Another great benefit of playing Nana is her passive, which gives you a second life every 2.5 minutes. How many deaths would that prevent during your average match? I like to build Nana fully offensive, because her skill combo can easily wipe out the full HP of a squishy hero. And how fun is that to kill the marksman this way? A small downside of Nana is that it takes her longer than average to clear the wave. This is another reason you need to build her on such a way she deals high skill damage. Pick Nana against heroes with bad mobility, as well as low HP. This significantly increases your chance of making kills. Some examples are Eudora, Odette, Layla and Hanabi. At the 4th spot we find Barretts, a hero who can be played in various roles. You can use him as a jungler, XP laner or even a roam hero if the situation calls for it. I like to play him as a jungler, since it's the easiest way to get and keep his 10 stacks, making him much more powerful. There are different builds you can use, but I prefer a hybrid one with both offensive and defensive items. One of the best features of Barretts is that his CC duration gets reduced when he has his stacks up to 50%. This makes Barretts a great hero against teams that heavily rely on CC. Examples include Tigreal, Selena, Cho and Angela. One of these heroes is our next best one, and I'm pretty sure you know which one that might be. The 3rd best hero on this list is Tigreal, a tank that can be a real game changer. As mentioned earlier, he relies heavily on his CC skills, which set up heroes perfectly for his allies to deal massive damage. All of his skills have a form of CC, but his ultimate is by far the best. This skill pulls all enemies towards him, giving his allies a huge advantage. When enemies are close together, it's much easier to hit them and deal more damage with area of effect skills. That's why you want Tigreal with heroes who can hit multiple enemies at once, like Hanabi, Exborg and Alpha. You can also pick him against heroes that rely mainly on basic attack damage, since his passive blocks 1 in 5 basic attacks, including turret hits. Pick Tigreal against heroes like Wanwan, Moskov, Argus and Alucard. Only 2 more heroes left, so let's not keep you waiting any longer. We've got Vexenna taking the 2nd spot right now, and I have multiple good reasons for it. First, her minion clearing capabilities are great, because her 1st and 2nd skill can hit multiple targets. Combined with her passive that deals additional damage when units die, she's one of the fastest at clearing minion waves in the mid lane. This speed allows her to gank other lanes quickly. Another very important point is Vexenna's CC skills. Both her 1st skill and her ultimate have decent CC effects from a great distance. Combined with the high damage from her 2nd skill, she doesn't have a hard time making kills. Vexenna doesn't deal extremely high damage with this build, but she can cast her skills very often due to reaching a 45% cooldown reduction. This is especially useful for her ultimate, which is very strong. I like to pick Vexenna against heroes who can't heal themselves. Her ultimate can really annoy these kind of heroes. Think of heroes like Nana, Saber, Eudora and Carry. Now let's see which hero is the best one right now to rank up fast. The number 1 hero right now is Moskov, and I want to show you why. Moskov has one of the highest DPS rates and can hit multiple enemies at once with his basic attack. This makes him great at clearing minion waves quickly, and if you position him well during teamfights, he can deal insane damage in just seconds. Another thing I really like about Moskov is his 2nd skill, which is the longest stun of any marksman at 1.5 seconds. This usually gives you enough time to take out a squishy target while they're unable to do anything. The revamp of his ultimate also helped him a lot, since he can now teleport to the location where the spear hits an enemy hero. This might save you quite a walk. The trick to dominating with Moskov is to focus on obtaining gold during the early game. concentrate on clearing each wave and taking some monsters when possible. Avoid dying, as this will cost you valuable farming time, so don't focus on making kills during this period. If you're ahead of the enemies, you can then snowball through the match and easily win in 1 versus 1 battles. Moskov is great against heroes with lower DPS and preferably without CC skills. These targets are easiest to take down, such as Hanabi, Mia, Lilia and Odette. Just position yourself well and let this basic attack do all the work. These were the 10 best heroes right now, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not always right, so let me know which hero you would add to this list. I really like insights and discussions, so leave comments with your opinion. If you want to optimize your settings in Mobile Legends, you can check out this video right now.